Well, hello everyone. We're at Churchill Falls. You can see there's still snow here, and we're doing the hike. What's the hike called, Tracy?
Beaudoin Nature Trail.
Nature Trail. Beaudoin Nature
3
Trail.
kilometers, 410 feet gain.
So we're going to walk over. We can see the other side of the falls because this is the top side of the falls.
Well, and yeah, there's not really a lot of falls because they dammed it. So the river itself is 300 meters drop in 32 miles. I think the falls itself is about 300 feet. Everybody, we are at Churchill Falls, or what's left of it, as it was dammed further up, so the quantity of water coming down is a lot less.
It's originally called Hamilton Falls, and it was visited by a fellow by the name of John McLean. It was not long after he saved the Tokiyama Towers, just before Christmas. You might recall that. Otherwise, it was but it's true. It's John McLean. I have a sign. I can prove it. In 1839, man, it would have been wild out here.
Good puppies. Good hike. And we're done Churchill Falls. This is the parking lot we had our lunch at. We parked right there by the edge. Now we're traveling over this one-way bridge, which is old and rickety and horrible. And I hate it, and I don't want to be on it. And Dawn has me filming, I think maybe to distract me, because I probably would be freaked out had I not. But what's even scaring me more is the fact that we still have to go over the river that has the falls.
We're done.
Boardwalk trail that I want to see and do, and maybe even find some fish and chips. I've been in Newfoundland long enough, man. Now,
No, it's too soon.
no, not too soon.
Too soon.
No, it's never too soon for fish and chips. We're at the ocean.
I only get the chips.
I know. I get the fish and chips, and we're at the ocean. If we're at ocean water, it's time. Happy Valley Goose Bay has salt water, but it's brackish. It's an inland lake coming from the ocean, so it's technically on the ocean, but it's pretty inland, kind of like Port Alberni.
Okay, good morning. We are 23 kilometers west of Happy Valley Goose Bay. We stayed at what can only be described as an open field where they occasionally hold Burning Man, because there's nothing here. On arrival, I could see that they knew we were coming because they had prepared for us this lovely fire pit, benches, a stack of wood that would last surely all night. They created this entire scene just for us to arrive into, which was really quite beautiful. So thank you very much, residents of Happy Valley Goose Bay. But this is the rest. The field is currently without anything in it. And we're right beside the reservoir, just outside of town here. So there's a power dam down there. Nobody has been by here in at least, well, I don't think we've been here 24 hours. We've been here about, I guess, maybe 12 or 16 hours and haven't seen a soul. Nothing. Just the flashing of the lights on the towers down there has been our only company. This has been a beautiful sight to be sick at because Tracy has infected me with the Maeve Bonnick plague. Although she may be our #1 fan, she's currently trying to kill us from halfway across the country. Bless her. Poor little thing. That's all I got here from west of Happy Valley Goose Bay. So back to you in the office.
So that was a good day. We got a lot of admin done, as Don calls it. You feel like
Maeve, I'm coming for you.
Yeah, poor Don.
I'm coming for you, Maeve. Maeve.
Maeve, you got us sick.
Maeve. You got Nanny sick and Nanny got me sick.
I know, but we love you still, baby. We still love you. Anyways, we're in Happy Valley Goose Bay still today. We got laundry done. We emptied the sweetie. We got loaded up with fresh water. What else? We did grocery shopping, and we had lunch. And we're not going to talk about it because it was our first fish and chips. Well, my fish and chips. Don just has the chips. And they were not memorable at all. So we're just going to pretend that didn't happen because we wanted to talk about our first fish. So we'll wait to Newfoundland. Anyways, good day. The nice thing about not having plans and having things booked is you can either go with the plan. So it is super sandy and super windy here. I think you can see the sand and the wind here. Like it is like a sandstorm. Like I feel like I'm in Dubai. It's crazy, 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 crazy. So we're stuck behind what might be a snow plow, except it's a sand plow, and it is moving at as much sand as you would have snow. It's insane. There's so much sand. It brushes it. As you can see, there's just so much sand from the windstorm and just the winter sand. We're gonna get out of this area. We're gonna go up north a bit, about half an hour, to
Northwest River.
Northwest River.
Good morning.
Good morning. We are in Northwest River. We came up here, it's about a half hour north of Goose Bay last night because we wanted to go to the Labrador Heritage Museum right here. This is an original Hudson Bay outpost from the 1600s, but there's really cool dioramas that this guy from here made over the years that we wanted to see. But unfortunately, season here doesn't start till July because it's cold.
So we'll try and pick some images off the interweb there and insert them in the video so that you can see them.
Yeah.
And because we wanted to do some filming ourselves here and we wanted to see it ourselves. So
yeah, we wanted
anyway.
to film it for the grandkids because they're
Yep.
so cool.
Yeah, they're so cool.
But
so
sadly, it's not open.
all is not lost. We had a lovely evening here at the shores and watched a little bit of tide coming in, and we had a bit of a windstorm last night.
A little bit.
It was necessary during the risk assessment meeting that we were holding, whether or not the trailer would tip over. So I was involuntarily enlisted to do some calculations on wind force on the side of our trailer.
This is what comes in good that you're camping with a mechanical engineer.
So turns out that
But maybe
we
civil
were
engineer
fine.
would have been better?
No, you don't want a civil engineer, not those guys.
Yeah, so we're looking over at the Mealy Mountains, which we're going to drive around today. They're snow-capped mountains. Reminds me of the mountains in Victoria.
Yeah.
And,
well, they're in the States, but you can
yeah.
see from Victoria.
So we've got a 400-kilometer day down the the Trans-Labrador Highway.
Yep.
And we'll see where we land.
Yep. See you on the other side.
Bye. That's the Churchill River. It is huge. So this is the water that came over the Churchill Falls that we were hiking.
Holy moly. That's a lot of water.
Yeah. This is the Veterans Memorial Bridge. Glad to be off that bridge.
There you go. Welcome to the other side of the bridge. Well, Tracy, where are we?
We are coming up to Cartwright Junction. We're south of the Mealy Mountains, southeast of Happy Valley Goose Bay, and we're about 150 kilometers from the ocean.
From the ocean? What ocean, Tracy?
The Atlantic Ocean.
You mean the Atlantic Ocean that's on the other side of North America?
Yeah.
Have we driven all the way across North America?
We have almost gone coast to coast.
Coast to coast, baby.
I think tomorrow we might be dipping our toes in the Atlantic Ocean. Still seeing snow-capped mountains.
Yeah, we are. Look at that one off to the right there.
Yeah. And there's snow in the forecast tonight.
No!
Yeah, sorry, bud.
No. I reject your reality and substitute my own.
Okay, but that's what the forecast is.
Yeah, well, either way, that guy's right or wrong, he still gets paid. It doesn't seem to have a lot of credibility there.
Icebergs!
Icebergs!
Oh my god, look at them!
Icebergs!
I'm so excited.
There's icebergs.
There's icebergs on that ocean.
There's icebergs.
Upper deck. In the wheelhouse we have a smoke detector and 2 fire extinguishers, as well as a CO2 suppression system down in the engine room. Our life raft is this big white thing here on the back of the boat. So if we were to have to abandon ship for any reason at all, we would exit out our engine store here and we would all get aboard this guy.
So we're on our iceberg tour. We started off, we're on the boat. And we just got outside of Red Bay. See in the distance there's a iceberg there, small ones behind there. But we're going out to that big one out there.
Well, good morning, everyone. We're on the walk on the other side of the bay from Red Bay. And what's the whalebone one called, sweetie?
The whalebone trail.
Whalebone Trail. And this is the site of the Basque whalers who were harvesting whales here hundreds of years ago, and all of the bones that even to this day remain. So we'll get some shots of that. But more importantly, this is a World Heritage Site. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. And we're just taking it all in. And boy, let me tell you, there's just some amazing views here. Looks like a rock, but it's not. Bones. Watch out, Tom. Hello. Hello. Are you okay? Are you okay? It is not going to move. Well, good morning, everyone. We're on the walk on the other side of the bay from Red Bay, and we're taking the Tracy Hill hike up to the top of this hill.
After me.
It is. It's totally named after her.
Very cool.
Sue was angry that day, my friends. She took no prisoners.
Ferry's here.
Next time on Travel Bugs 2020.
Yeah, Newfoundland! Newfoundland! Woo! We made it! Trans-Labrador Highway is done.
We are now on the rock.